welcome to Game Latte. I'm Cindy, and it's been a while since I've had a face video. So here we are, and I have actually... God. Hello everyone, welcome to Game Latte. I'm Cindy, and it's nice to see you. It's been a while since I've done a face video. But I have finished Mass Effect 3, so I thought I would do a video about my feelings about the ending. I meant to do this, as soon as I was finished it, which was about a week ago actually. Even though I'm not done uploading all my Let's Play Mass Effect 3s yet, this is taking a while. Uploading to YouTube takes a long time, and I don't want to overuse my computer too much. So that's why it's taking a little bit, but they're all coming up, and it's all done recording already. So this video, I'm going to try to keep spoilers out of it. I'm not going to talk about anything that happens at the end. I'm not going to talk about the plot or characters or anything. I'm just going to concentrate on my initial reactions. There are a few, and just how I feel about it. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of videos out on YouTube right now that go through every tiny little detail of the ending and why some people hate the ending, why they think it's acceptable, whatever. Most people on YouTube anyway really don't like it. So, and then there's different takes on the ending as well. And I'll talk a little bit about that, but not too much. Again, I'm going to try to stay away from spoilers as much as possible. And I am drinking coffee today. Yay! Probably take a sip once in a while to if I'm parched, I'm going to take a drink because, so I might pause a little bit. Anyway, I'm drinking coffee with Bailey's. Yeah. Alright, feelings of the ending. So, I was a little skeptical when, the first week of Mass Effect 3 was over, people were already done the game and freaking out that the ending was so terrible, it wasn't anything that they thought it would be, and just angry and all that. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. Come on, it's BioWare. They've got professional writers and everything, really. But I'm going to experience it for myself 2 weeks later. and then my first reaction was, well, at first I was going through it. And as I was going through the ending, and I was like, and you will see this when I upload the videos, but anyways, I'm like, what's going on? Oh, this is interesting. This is weird. And then once it was all over, and then we got to the final scenes and all that, the epilogue, so dude, I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice, that's kind of sweet. And then, my whole reaction from the first, couple of hours was like, that wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that, considering all the rage and everything. But as I went to bed and as I slept on it and woke up the next morning, the whole ending kept gnawing at me. It just wouldn't leave me alone. It's not like other, role-playing games I've played where, it comes to an end and there's like this climax and there's, and the ending somewhat makes sense and it closes everything. Well, the Mass Effect 3 ending doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. And that's either a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you which side it should fall on for you because, there's been different takes. Most people have hated it, but I can't tell you, I don't want to tell you if you haven't played it yet, to tell you why that would be. But anyway, so, but it haunted me. This whole ending just wouldn't leave me alone. I kept thinking about it. I even dreamt about it. It was ridiculous. And so I went to the BioWare forums and just look up, what people were thinking, what kind of ideas they were throwing around. And then I came into a theory, which I won't tell you which theory it is because that's going to give you kind of a spoiler and, too much away. I don't want to give you too much away so that you can guess, what's happening because I don't want to spoil. But anyway, So there's a certain theory out there that a lot of people don't buy. I personally buy it just because with this theory, the ending actually makes a lot of sense and it actually ties in with Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3 all together very nicely if it's true. And you know what? I don't care if it's not true. I don't care if BioWare didn't intend it to be that. I don't care if other fans don't like it. To me, personally, this theory just brings everything together so nicely. I'm going to believe it either way. Now, this brings me to the announcement BioWare has made recently that they're going to release a free extended cut ending DLC this summer. I think in June and July, I'm not really sure. See, my throat is going. So anyway, so we're all excited for that, and that's it's not going to change the ending. It will not change the ending. So for those people that want the whole ending to be completely changed, it's not going to happen. But they did say that they were going to try to make sense of things more, that the DLC would explain things, make things more clearer, whatever the hell that means. I mean, really, BioWare, what does that mean? We don't really know. We'll know when we see it. I'm not going to say that this news makes me happy or anything, because I'm actually quite happy with how the ending is with the theory that I was just talking about. And if you know the ending and this theory is pretty widespread, you probably can guess what the heck I'm talking about. I'm going to ask you to keep the comments pretty clear of spoilers, because I don't want some of my viewers that are interested in Mass Effect 3 but I haven't played it yet to be, you know, spoiled. So you don't post too many stuff. I might remove some if you post a flagrant spoiler about the ending on the comments below. I'm going to remove it, and don't take it as a personal attack or anything. It's not that. It's just I don't want other people to be spoiled. That's all. So anywho, so that's my take on it. So I went through a period of denial, and then I went through a period of this just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And then I went through a period of acceptance. I did not go through a huge period of anger. I think the anger was actually really belated. It came after, a little bit after the acceptance, because I was like, okay, I'm going to accept this with this fan theory. But at the same time, I did become a little upset that BioWare didn't have the chops or didn't, you know, take their fans seriously enough to make sure that we had a good final ending, a good farewell. I mean, this is Mass Effect 3 is when we say goodbye to all the characters and Commander Shepard and all these worlds and, you know, these stories that we've come to really deeply care about. I mean, you're talking, this isn't just one game, this is 3 games. This is years and years of fandom, of people hanging on to these stories to see what's going to happen, and you give an ending like that, it's a little bit of a slap in the face. As much as I hate to admit it, it's true. And the only other real world reason I can possibly come up with why the ending was like that is because they intended to have DLC after, is because there's an expansion coming. That's my theory. I'm sure that there's an expansion coming, kind of like Dragon Age Origins, where we had Awakenings. I want to say that's what's going to happen, because otherwise there's no closure, and that's the problem with the Mass Effect 3 ending. Now, if you can deal with no closure, it's fine. But if you are one of those people that played it right away and expected answers and expected things to end in a satisfying manner, you're not gonna have that, unfortunately. Now, if you're the type of person who loves theories and you're the type of person who likes brusque endings, who like endings that make you really think and ask yourself questions and wonder what the hell happened and stuff, then you'll be pretty happy, because that's exactly what you're gonna get. So anyway, that's my video, and you know what I think about the ending. I don't think it's the I'm gonna say, I don't think it's the worst ending I've ever come across. I'm not gonna say video games, but in things like books and all that, and other media and movies, there's certainly been far worse. But at the same time, it's not the best, and it, you know, when you think of how big Mass Effect has become, you know, if the fan base was the same that it was with when Mass Effect 1 came out, then it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But because BioWare has exploded and has, you know, uh, with Mass Effect 2 has tried really hard to reach a wider market and bring those shooter people in, bring those, you know, people from other genres into this franchise, and really has, you know, made the fans bigger. You know, the whole community has grown so much since Mass Effect 1. You know, that's why it's such a huge deal. I mean, you have to think that there's a lot of people that you have to satisfy. So when you end with a nebulous ending, with an ending with too much enigma, then you're gonna get a lot of backlash. So anyway, that's what I have to say about it. Let me know if you agree or if you don't agree, or, you know, if you want to add something to the comments, feel free. All right, thanks a lot. See you later.